Hi everyone, welcome to today's Inferno Pilates class. Today's class will be a full body class. You will need one heavy hand weight and a towel. So go ahead and take a few moments to lie on your back and just breathe a few breaths in and out of your body. Allowing yourself a moment to see your goals, envision how you want to feel after you come out of this class. And then take a nice long deep breath in and lift those hips up. And exhale, release them down. Remember, we are working on our alignment here and warming up our low back and our belly. So engage your core, lift your hips up. Breath in. And then slowly exhale. And lower your hips one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful work. Let's go ahead and begin our practice today. Nice long deep breath in, big exhale. Feet are wide. Feel the resistance if you're using a band. If you're not, just nice wide feet. Relax and lift your hips up and down. Finding that fluid motion. Hips do not have to come too hard or too high in order to feel the low back working. Just lift it up and lower, breathing in and out. Anytime you need to adjust your feet during practice, you just move them out or in, making sure that your lower back and spine is strong, protected, and comfortable. Lift those hips up and down. Continuing this motion. Good, reach it up and down. And then we're going to come to pulses. So little pulses up. It's a little pulse of your hips. Squeeze your glutes, engage your core the entire time, and pulse. Pulsing it up and down. Beautiful. Continue focusing on your breath as you pulse, 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 pulse. Good. You should feel the activation in your glutes. Breathing nice, strong through the nose, out through your mouth. Hold it. And then slowly lower your spine and bring those knees to your chest. Give them a hug. Allow yourself to release your back. Beautiful. And we're going to add a weight now, working our arms. So you're going to push the weight straight up like a chest press as you lift your hips. So push that weight up, lower hips. Push up, lower hips. Good. So we're activating our arms and continuing to work our gluteus maximus here. Feel the tension on the bands as you feel the feet slightly separated and lift up and lower. Squeezing the glutes the entire time, activating your core. Keep moving. Should start to feel the burn here. Now hold that weight up and just go ahead. Bend your elbow and extend. So we're doing skull crushers here, and just hold your hips up in that static squeeze of your glutes. Nice controlled skull crushers, being mindful of your head, your forehead. Keep your elbows nice and high. And we're doing a nice slow motion here with the arms. So really strengthening and activating our triceps, our shoulders, and our biceps. Good. Let's bring the weight to our hips. And we're going to add some tension to our hips here by lifting the hips up and down with that extra hand weight on your hips. I'm using an 8-pound here. You are welcome to use any weight you have, and if you don't have a weight, you're still going to feel the benefits. Squeezing the glutes, activating your hamstrings. Good, lift it up and down. And little pulses, pulse it up and up, pulse it up. Good. Your glutes should be on fire now. Beautiful job. Slowly lower the weight. Take a long breath in. Big exhale. And then we're going to go and extend our legs up and bring the weight above our head. So as we do this, we're going to add our core here. Flex your feet and then find a leg drop. Bend your elbows and then push the weight away from you as you drop your legs. Good, nice and controlled. If at any time it's too much for your lower back, keep your legs a little bit higher. You don't have to drop them all the way down. So we're adding your arms to our belly work, working those abs. Controlled, mindful movement here. Good. Back to your skull crushers. So we're going to bend our elbows once more. Option here to add abs. So bring your legs out in front of you, low back, pushing into the mat, connecting to your abdominal muscles. You can keep your legs straight or you can bend them with feet flexed. And breathe. Nice slow movement of the arms. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and release. We're going to sit up, add our triceps, tricep dips here. Again, tension can be on your bands. Squeeze your glutes, and then adding that tricep dip, continuing to work on our arms. 30 seconds. We're working in 30-second intervals today with a 5-second rest in between. Beautiful job. And release. Okay, we're going to come back down to the mat. I'm switching weights. I'm increasing using my kettlebell, 10 pounds now. Feel free to use whatever weight is comfortable. And we're going to go back to leg drops with a chest press. If you'd like to lift your shoulders off your mat to increase the intensity in your abs, this is the time to do it. Nice slow leg drop to a chest press. Breathe. Remember to exhale that breath. And then release back to skull crushers. Again, if you'd like to incorporate your abs, low back pushes into the mat. Abs are nice and strong. Beautiful. Breathing through the intensity. And know that every time you move, you are working your abs and your arms. Good, release. Back to tricep dips. Lift your hips up and down. And again, feeling that tension. You can move your feet away if you want to work a little deeper into the triceps and continue incorporating the abs. Your heels can be down, your toes up. Beautiful. Grab your weight, back down on your mat, chest press. Beautiful. Leg drops. Slow and controlled. And if you want to incorporate lifting your shoulders up, increasing the benefits of your abs, you can do that now. And then we'll go back to our skull crushers, increasing the intensity of your abs by extending the knees over hips, low back down. Nice and slow lift of your arms overhead. And next round, tricep dips. Beautiful work. Slow and controlled. And release. Last round, chest press with the leg drop. Slow and controlled. Increase the intensity by lifting your shoulders off your mat, or you can keep your head all the way down. And skull crushers, low back pushing into your mat as we incorporate abs here. Beautiful. Remove your weight, tricep dips, slow and controlled. Beautiful. Change. I'm going to be moving into some more abs. Lie on your back and let's move right into bicycles. So we're continuing with our mat work and just incorporating bicycles to continue to work our abdominals nice and slow and controlled. Make sure to exhale that breath as you reach for your knees. Rest. Change. So we'll add basic crunches here. Feet down, knees up. Basic crunch. Exhaling your breath as you lift your shoulders off the mat. It's nice to incorporate your abs before we come to our standing series. And we powered through our arms, so we will not be doing any side plank series or prone after we finish. Change. So let's move our knees to the right. We're going to do oblique crunches here, 30 seconds, with our knees to the right, targeting the obliques on your left. Exhale your breath as you lift up. Change. Right, moving back to our bicycles. Pull your knees in and alternating knees to elbows, moving through bicycles. Focusing on pushing your low back into the mat, belly button down as you exhale your breath as the elbows come up. Change. Basic crunches. Let's begin. Exhale as you lift. Change. Knees over to your left, oblique crunches. Go. And change. All right, preparing for our standing series. Have some water, wipe your face off. We're going to be using one heavy hand weight. So I will be using my 10-pound kettlebell, and feel free to use whatever hand weight you prefer. We're going to be doing a single leg deadlift. So our left leg will be stationary as we move our right leg up and back. And remember, if balancing is a challenge here, you can always come to a B stance, which means you would just keep your right foot down, bending your knee. All right, let's go ahead and prepare. Lower your right arm and release your right leg up and back. Nice and controlled single leg deadlift. I'm going to try to keep our hips square as we hinge at our hip. And remember, if it's a little windy in your house this morning or this afternoon, just go ahead and keep that right leg down and move through a B stance as a modification. Good. Let's go ahead and bring our right leg back. We're just going to do a row with our right arm, left elbow's on the knee. "30 seconds on, 5-second break off. Change. Next, we'll be working a basic bicep curl. So your left hand is on your knee, and we're using that right arm to do a basic bicep curl. Remember to breathe. Readjust your body whenever you feel uncomfortable. Change. All right, we're going to do stork. So you hold your right leg up, bicep curl with a shoulder press. Good. Now, if balance is a challenge here, you can drop that right leg. We're really firing up our left leg, and we're working on our balance, which is so important. So listen to your body and modify as needed. Balancing can be a little challenging here. Change. Good. So right back to the beginning, that single leg deadlift. So remember, you can do a B stance, which I'm showing you here, if it's a challenge to send that right leg back. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for gains here. Slow, controlled. Use your breath. Change. Okay, back to that row. Left elbow on your knee. As you use that right arm. Keep that elbow close to your ribs. Working your shoulder, tricep. We'll move right into our bicep curl. Supporting yourself with your left arm on that left thigh. Beautiful. Back to the stork. Again, use that right leg on the mat if it's a little bit too much of a challenge to find your balance. Inhale, exhale, breathe. And change. Good. Round 3. Last round. Make it your best. Anytime you need to grab water, you can grab water. Listen to your body. Wipe your sweat off your face. And let's begin. So a single leg deadlift to start, or B stance if balance is a challenge. And again, I'm using a kettlebell, but you could use a hand weight, any size you have. And since we're slow and controlled, I increased my weight just a little. Good. Change. Right leg back, row. Change. Bicep curl. Change. Stork, finding that balance. Bicep curl, shoulder press. And remember, if at any time you're getting fatigued, you can always drop the weight or bring your leg down for balance. Change. Good. Okay, let's move into our next series, changing it up just a little bit before we move to the other side. So we'll do a frog squat with a shoulder press. I'm using 10-pound kettlebell, and you can use whatever weight you feel comfortable with. 30 seconds on. Nice controlled movement. And this is equivalent to our burpee, but it's a standing today. So we're really utilizing the weights to dig into our arms. Let's push up for a tricep. Thirty seconds. Pushing the elbows up, keeping the weight behind your head. And this will be our next series. So a frog squat with a shoulder press and then a tricep burnout. Good. All right, back into frog squat, shoulder press. Controlled. All right, change. Tricep burnout, 30 seconds. Change. Here we go. Frog squat with a shoulder press. And change. Tricep burnout. Let's go. Change. All right, let's move into that left side. So deadlift. Right leg is your stabilizing leg. Again, you can add that B stance if balance is a challenge for you. Moving right into that HIIT series. We've got 3 rounds on this left side. Good. Left leg back, row. Moving right into that bicep curl. Using that right hand to stabilize on your right leg. and change. Stork. So left leg is up, bicep curl to a shoulder press. Using balance as we move through each exercise. And change. All right, back to the beginning. Single leg deadlift. Let's go. Change. Let's do that row. Good, keep those shoulders in nice alignment. Left arm is doing all the work here. Change. Bicep curl, left arm. Remember to focus on your breath. And change. Stork pose. So bicep curl to a shoulder press, balancing on that right leg, or you can keep that left leg down. Change. All right, we have one more round. Single leg deadlift. Let's begin. It's a very controlled movement. And if it gets windy or you lose your balance, just stick with it or drop that left leg to the mat and work that B stance. And change. Here we go. Let's row. This is our last round. You're almost there. Stick with it. Change. Bicep curl. If your arms are getting sore, you're almost there. Less than a minute left in this series. Stay with it. You can do this. Change. Good. Last stork here. So bicep curl to shoulder press. Balancing with the left leg up. modify, left foot comes down. Your last round, breathe through it. And change. All right, let's go back to our frog squat, shoulder press to tricep. So we've got this. We're almost done with our HIIT part of our class today. Okay, here we go. Frog squat, shoulder press. Let's begin. Change. Moving right into that tricep burnout. Lift and lower those arms nice and slow, right behind your head. Change. Okay, back to your squats with a shoulder press. One more round after this. Push through. Change. Back to tricep burnout. Let's go. All right, change. Beautiful. Okay, grab some water, wipe your face. We're going to prepare for our last round of mat work, and we're going to continue burning the arms. So find a weight. I'm going back to my 8-pounder, but you can use whatever weight you'd like. And we're going to be coming to our knees. And we're going to do, it's equivalent to a 21, so a 777, but we'll be using the clock for 30 seconds. So we're just going to do a basic bicep sitting back on our knees to start for 30 seconds. Good. So we're just moving that weight from our hips to our chest. and change. So let's go ahead and come up to our knees. And now we're moving the weight from the chin to the belly, so right to the hip. Working the upper biceps, 30 seconds. And change. All right, now we'll take it full motion. So from chin all the way back down, extended arms with a slight micro bend. And change. Okay, let's go ahead and release our weight. And we'll be doing some single arm tricep push-ups. So starting on one side, the bottom arm will come all the way through, and you'll reach that bottom arm up towards the side of your ribs or your bra strap. And then the top arm will push into a single arm push-up. And once you feel it and get that momentum, just push yourself all the way through an extended push-up. Good, let's change. And we'll move to the other side, burning out this final tricep. So bottom arm comes through. Go ahead and hold onto your bra strap, side of your ribs, and burn out the opposite tricep. Single arm push-up, 30 seconds. And change. Beautiful work, everybody. Let's go ahead and end our class today with just some simple arm stretches. Right arm over left. Use your left arm to stretch through the shoulder. And switch arms. Release that. Go ahead and take one arm up overhead, getting into that tricep. Opposite arm pushes down on your elbow. Other direction. One more stretch. Release. Good. Let's stretch our wrist. Pull one wrist back. Use the other hand to hold the wrist. And then when you're ready, switch hands. And just want to thank you all for joining me. Give yourself a great big hug. You did such an awesome job. See your goals. Do your work one day at a time, and have a beautiful, blessed day. Goodbye, everybody.